Corey Lee's Boxing, and we are back with another banger. So please smash that like button, you guys, and subscribe if you haven't already. Definitely hit that subscribe button. Yeah, man, we here. I'm gonna wait till a couple of you guys get in. But yeah, man, we gotta talk this boxing, man. Andrew Ruiz out of shape from what his trainer says, or what a trainer says. And you got Anthony Yarde versus Sergey Kovalev. Um, and then you got Canelo Alvarez um, in the shadows, waiting to see if Kovalev can win and can beat um, Anthony. If Sergey Kovalev can beat Anthony Yarde, I think that's gonna be a tough fight, man. I've been saying it for a while now, and I just think that Anthony Yarde, definitely has the intangibles to win. This is no gimme fight, man. This is nothing to look past, man. Kovalev can do an awesome job, or Kovalev can do a shitty job. It's just all on what he wants to do, man, in that ring, man. But I'm gonna be honest with you guys, man. I think that Kovalev can get through, you know, the lions in the camp, as they say, with Anthony Yarde. I think he can get past that lion or whatever. But Anthony Yarde having no experience could be a good and a bad thing. Well, limited experience, should I say? He doesn't have it. He has more than just no experience, but he's got limited experience on that world level. Well, he has zero experience against a world champion. This is his first, world title that he's gonna be contending for. A lot of people say it's too soon. Eddie Hearn, said that Anthony Yarde, he wouldn't put Anthony Yarde in there, but he said once Anthony Yarde went down the WBO route and he didn't want to fight any of the domestic level fighters, and he wanted to go the WBO route. He said Frank Warren and company made a decision that they had to deal with, and he made a little bit of sense on that one because you know once you become the number one mandatory, you gotta fight the champion, man. You know, but a lot of people don't know he was the number one mandatory. Well, nah, he wasn't the number one mandatory, but he was offered the Archer Betterby fight, and he turned it down. That was about a year ago, about a year and a half ago. So when he turned that fight down, a lot of people thought he was ducking Betterby, but no, a lot of people didn't talk about it. But the hardcore fans knew what was going on and shit like that, man. Smash that like button, you guys. Romanian Mike, what's good, man? For Life One Deep, salute, bro. Smash that like button. Batman Boxing, salute, bro. Smash that like button. What's good? Chin Smoke, salute. Smash that like button. Let me read some of you guys' comments, man. Um, For Life says, what's up? Batman says, what's up, bro? What's up, Chin Smoke? For Life One Deep says, if Anthony Yarde loses, it's because of his inexperience. That could possibly be the case. I could see that happening. Um, I could definitely see that happening. Romanian Mike says, going with Yard. Okay. Romanian Mike says, life for life, really? Um, Loses because of his inexperience. Yeah, he says, I'm going with Yard. For Life One Deep says, but I believe Yard has the power, the knockout, to knock out Kovalev. Okay. State the obvious. You guys crazy. Romanian Mike, I'm rooting for Yard, but I'm also being logical. He says, I'm going with Yard. Romanian Mike says, for life when Lisa already liked it. Romanian Mike says, Yard or Kovalev. You have to pick a side. What's good, Corey? Oh, what's up, man? Yeah, man. So, pretty much, man, to dive into things, man, it's gonna be a tough fight, man. It's a fight that I'm looking forward to looking at, to seeing. Um, but I just think that both of these guys together are gonna. This could be a fight of the year type of fight, depending on what way Kovalev wants to fight. You know what I mean? If Kovalev wants to sit there and slug it out, he could possibly get knocked out. He could possibly get iced. But if Kovalev wants to sit there and box and be, that superior, you know, Olympic, world class Olympic pedigree type of fighter, type of amateur, boxing skills that he has, a good jab. And if he wants to be the jab Kovalev or if he wants to be the slug it out Kovalev, it just depends on which Kovalev we're gonna see, man. But I think it'll be in the best interest of Kovalev to box Anthony Yarde, because if he gets in a slugfest with Anthony Yarde, we haven't really seen Anthony Yarde's chin tested. I've never even really seen him dazed before. But I think this fight, I think if Kovalev, but a lot of if that, I'm gonna be honest, I think if Kovalev can has the stamina to last 12 rounds, he'll win the fight. There's no doubt in my mind. If this fight goes 12 rounds, I got Kovalev winning. I just don't see Anthony Yarde, doing enough. He has that Mayweather defense, almost a peekaboo type of style. He said he looks up to Mayweather, everything that Mayweather does. But I don't know, man. I think it's gonna be hard, man. But I just think it's gonna be a really hard fight, man. I really do. Chia Smoke says I'm pulling for Yarde, but I think Kovalev gets the decision. I would like to see Yarde ice him though. Oh, you would? Okay, bro. Like I said, man, it's gonna be a fight that a lot of people are gonna want to see, man. A lot of people, a lot of hardcore fans want to see this fight. You know, I want to see it. You guys at home want to see it. It's gonna be a fight to remember. From what they say, it's the fight time is gonna be starting at 7:30. I don't know if that's 7:30 p.m. I don't know if that's Eastern or Pacific. You gotta check that out. But 7:30 is, from what they say, that's when they're gonna walk in the ring. That's when Kovalev and Anthony Yarde are supposed to be walking in the ring. Give or take 30 minutes, you guys. But that's pretty good, man. Let's hey man, if Anthony Yarde can beat Kovalev, man, we could be possibly looking at the next superstar in boxing, man. I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm just gonna call a spade, man. You know what I mean? Like I always do. You know. But I just really think that if Yarde, can get past the jab of Kovalev, that'll be a really good thing, man. I think that'll show, what's good with him. Thomas Moreland, what's up, my brother? Haha. Romanian Mike says Yarde is gonna ice Kovalev. Romanian Mike says it's lights out weekend. For Life One Deep says Yarde must do damage to Kovalev's body. Romanian Mike says he will. Thomas Moreland says salute family. Romanian Mike says Yarde will show Kovalev who the little kitten really is. Wow, you think so? Maybe. But I mean, to be honest with you guys, man, I'm favoring Kovalev, but anybody can win that fight, man. I think it's a 50-50 fight. Moving on to Andy Ruiz, you guys. Andy Ruiz says that he's pretty much, well, Andy Ruiz didn't say it, a trainer said it, and they're pretty much saying that Andy Ruiz is out of shape, or not in fighting shape, which we could probably all see, what I mean? Andy Ruiz probably definitely put on a couple pounds, but do you think that's gonna, I mean, the fight's not until December, so, let's be honest, I mean, that's a couple of months away, man, but, I just think that, if Andy Ruiz can train the way he said he's gonna train and do what he said he's gonna do, I think he could stop Joshua again, man. I really do. The Red says, what is his fighting shape? Oh shit, man. Thomas Moreland, salute. The Red, what's up? Yeah, man. The fighting shape is, I guess, I don't know, man, but I just know that they said that he's not, in shape right now. But what shape is that? That's what I'm saying. Like that's funny, because I don't know, man. He's not a real physical, specimen or anything like that. He's not a genetic freak. You know what I mean? But I think Andy Ruiz. Do you think Andy Ruiz has more power than Anthony Joshua? What do you guys think about that? I mean, I'm gonna be honest, man. I think that he could possibly have more power than Anthony Joshua. Being that Anthony Joshua got floored. You know what I mean? The Red says ice season. Chin Smoke says I think Ruiz. He said I think Ruiz will be. He says we'll be ready to come fight night. Okay, he's fine. He got till December. Okay, no doubt. He said he's fine. The Red says no. AJ got more power. You think so? I don't know, man. I think it's a toss up right now. Right now, I think that if both of these guys fight and they do what they got to do, um, I just don't see. And that's another thing too. I see Andy Ruiz winning. Well, maybe he possibly winning. I'm favoring him, but I just think that Andy Ruiz, if the fight happens in Saudi Arabia, man, I just don't like that, man. I just don't feel comfortable with picking Andy Ruiz in Saudi Arabia. I don't know. I know it's just, it's gonna be the same. It's gonna be in the ring. Everything is gonna be the same, but it's not gonna be the same, man. Andy Ruiz is already, acting like he's not comfortable with going to Saudi Arabia. I know a lot of people might say that's a money grab and stuff like that, man. But I mean, I don't see it, man. I don't see where Andy Ruiz is a comfortable and could be himself in Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia, excuse me. You know. I think Eddie Hearn said there was gonna be no drinking allowed or some shit. Not only that, they said that no women can go or something. I don't know, a bunch of crazy stuff. They got their own laws over there in Saudi Arabia, man. But the more I think about it, man, the more I'm just like, wow, man, this could actually, work, against Andy Ruiz if the fight's in Saudi Arabia. Because he's already iffy. And I know a lot of people think it's about the money, but I just think he's not comfortable in Saudi Arabia. A Mexican guy that shocked the world. All the odds were against him, but he was in America though. He was comfortable in America. He had nothing to lose. Now he has. I feel like he has way more to lose, than he did the first fight. And I'm talking about Andy Ruiz. Obviously, Anthony Joshua, if he loses that second fight, it's a wrap. You know what I mean? But I just think that, to be honest with you guys, man, I don't know, man. I don't like that fight being in Saudi Arabia. Women have no rights in Saudi Arabia. Wow. For Life One Deep says women have no rights. That's effed up. Romanian Mike says Tyson Fury doesn't look in shape either, but it's the ring IQ that got him where he is. For Life One Deep says, Andy Ruiz been eating too much snacks. Laugh my ass off. The Red says more knockouts, right? Chin Smoke says, will the second fight be better than the first fight? Possibly. I can see the second fight being better than the first. I don't know though, man. That first fight was, man, all these knockdowns. Both fighters got knocked down. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's hard to top that. If you can top that. If you can top that, it's gonna be hard to top that. You know what I mean? It says, will the second fight be better than the first? We gotta see. Quincy says Kovalev by December? Question mark. Stoppage? Oh, decision? Question mark. Stoppage? Question mark. Who you got? I got it being a tight fight, but I think Kovalev can win if it go 12. Probably in a minute. Why? What happened? Yeah, I'm gonna probably. I don't know. I'll let you know. You ate that yet? Hold on. I'll get to you in a minute. Um, Andy Ruiz does not have more power than Joshua. Come on, guys. Oh, Romanian Mike says he doesn't. Okay. Romanian Mike says Andy Ruiz does not have more power than Joshua. You don't think so, man? I don't know. I beg to differ on that one. I think Andy Ruiz might have more power than Anthony Joshua, man. I'm just being honest. And I know a lot of people might say it's a lucky punch. How is it a lucky punch, man? When Anthony Joshua got floored. Anthony Joshua got floored multiple times. There's no luck in that. That's power and skill from a Mexican. The Mexicans are tough, dog. I'm gonna tell you that right now. You better bring your lunch, breakfast, and dinner um, when you fight a Mexican, any size. Triple G hits harder than AJ. Oh, you guys terrible. Um, Romanian Mike says Andy Ruiz does not have more power than Joshua. Red says AJ is mentally done, though Ruiz got this. Okay. Romanian Mike says you also gotta have the timing. Okay. Footwork. Okay. For Life One Deep says women have no rights in Saudi Arabia. I know. The Red says it's crazy because physically AJ can squash Ruiz. AJ needs a Spence or Fury jab. For Life says if AJ loses again, it's over. Wow, you counting him out for life? You think it's a wrap for his career if he loses again? I mean, look at all the people he beat, though. He beat Povetkin. He beat Klitschko. He beat, I mean, Charles Martin. Charles Martin, he went tooth and nail with Gwanaki. I know that. And they're saying Gwanaki might fight Wilder next, so you got to kind of be like, wow. Charles Martin could have won that fight, too, that Gwanaki fight. That was a winnable fight for him. As crazy as it sounds, and I know you guys are saying Charles Martin ain't, this, Charles Martin ain't that. Charles Martin could have won that Gwanaki fight. If he would have won that Gwanaki fight, he would have been right back on the top again, man. He lost it, fair and square, he lost it. But if he would have won, which I think he could have won, like he said, if the fight went 15 rounds, he thought he could have stopped Gwanaki, and I believe him. He was hurting Gwanaki. He was hurting Gwanaki. I mean, shit. Look at Gwanaki fighting Areola. Did Charles Martin take something out of Gwanaki when they fought? Possibly. Possibly. You know what I'm saying? You gotta look at the whole, scale of heavyweights, man. Look at Gerald Washington. He came back, beating Helenius. Helenius was the favorite to win. You just can't never count out a heavyweight, man. These guys are dangerous. I agree with Charles. Could have won. He says he hurt. He says he hurt Big Boy, especially in the last round. See what I'm saying? People know what's up, man. People that watch boxing know what's up. Quincy says, man, my computer froze. Who did you have? I'm favoring Kovalev on that, bro. I'm favoring Kovalev on the Anthony Yarde fight. But I'll make a fight night decision. For Life One Deep says, I think AJ would never be the same mentally if he loses again. Possibly. Romanian Mike says, that For Life One Deep. He is so not done. If he loses, he won't be in top 5 no more. Oh, he says he just won't be in the top 5 no more. Yeah, I believe. I see what you're saying, Romanian Mike. I can relate to that. He won't be, definitely. If he loses again, AJ won't be in the top 5. I can agree with that. Definitely he won't be in the top 5. But what does that say as Anthony Joshua as a fighter if he loses twice to the same dude? And it's crazy because Joseph... My bad, it froze up. So what I was saying is, Andy Ruiz lost to Joseph Parker, and Joseph Parker lost to Anthony Joshua. So it's weird how all that shit is crazy. Style, that's your exact meaning of styles make fights, because of that type of scenario right there. Even if you don't agree with the decision, it was a tight fight. Joseph Parker versus Andy Ruiz was a very, very close fight. Andy Ruiz might have stunned Joseph Parker, but I don't think he ever hurt him where he was in severe danger, So that makes it that's even more of an eye opener. You know what I mean? He says I can bet for you sometimes. I'm in Vegas. Oh shit. Well, Manny Mike says if y'all think y'all so good at predicting, bet on the fights, guys. Hey, I placed a bet on the Daniel Dubois versus Gorman fight. And I picked that he would get knocked out. And the first five, I picked that Gorman would get knocked out in the first 5 rounds. He got knocked out in the 5th round with 21 seconds left. I was sweating bullets. That shit was like a that shit was like a plus 3,000 or some shit. That shit was crazy. That was one of the more wilder bets that I've ever. I don't really bet on boxing though, man. But that, I just, for some reason, I just knew that that was gonna happen. I made money on Andy Ruiz. I bet on William Hill. Oh, that's a good betting site. Okay, no doubt. But look, man, I'm gonna wrap this joint up, man. Andy Ruiz out of shape. So his trainer says I'm favoring Kovalev over Yarde. Canelo's in the shadows waiting, and we gotta see, man. We're gonna see what transpires this weekend, man. They're gonna have a press conference today. Well, they had already had a press conference today. They're gonna do some more shit tomorrow. So I'll keep you guys posted, man. Until next time, you guys. Peace. Gotta get this work done.